Hello, I'm Danny Nelson, and today I want to introduce you to one of the fantastic Harley-Davidson models. This is a 2013 Harley-Davidson Softail Slim. For those of you that are not familiar with Harley-Davidson, they're commonly referred to by their letter codes, and this one is the FLS. Now this motorcycle, what makes it fun is that it's styled after the 1940s bobbers, but it has all the modern technology. So the styling evokes that romanticism about the early days of motorcycle riding, but the technology gives you all the safety features and the comfortable riding features of the newer motorcycles. Now let's start with the styling. First of all, you can see how low slung it is. You have the swept Hollywood style bars. You have the lowest seat height ever on a Softail. Now we've seen in magazines even lower seat heights. They look great, but they're on hardtail, what's called a hardtail motorcycle, meaning it has no rear suspension. They look cool, but boy, after a few hours of riding on one of those things, you might not be able to feel your backside for several hours. This has a nice hidden monoshock inside that rear suspension, so it gives you this great look, and yet it gives you the comfortable ride. Now, the engine on this is Harley-Davidson's 103-inch twin cam with what they call their ESPFI. Now that simply stands for Electronic Sequential Port Fuel Injection. Now this is important for, well, it just works better than the carburetors, to be honest. And if you're a rider that's out west like I am, well, a lot of times we might start at 1,000-foot elevation in the morning and we might be at 8,000-foot elevation by lunchtime. We have twisty mountain roads that are fantastic motorcycle roads, but carburetors can provide a problem because all that elevation change, the atmospheric changes, it makes it difficult for a carburetor to keep that fuel-air mixture well adjusted. With their ESPFI, this fuel injection system cures all of that. It works no matter what elevation you are, and it also provides fantastic fuel economy, about 47 miles per gallon. The gearbox in this is a 6-speed gearbox, and here's one of the really important modern features I want to get to. ABS. This motorcycle has a 2-channel independent ABS. Now, the independent part is the important part, because in a motorcycle, you come up to an emergency, you want to be able to choose which brake, the front or the rear. You don't want them tied together, depending on the situation. If you've not ever ridden a motorcycle with ABS, then when you get on this, I suggest that one of the first things you do is find yourself a nice parking lot or a dead-end road that has no traffic, that is safe, that has enough speed for you to test this, because it is a bit odd. I suggest you start at about 10 miles per hour, use the rear brake first. Become accustomed to that feel of the ABS grabbing you. And then, once you're comfortable with that, move on to the front brake. Be ready with that front brake because it compresses that suspension, and at the moment of stop, it rebounds back. So be ready to catch that brake and keep it stable. Once you've experienced both, the front and the rear, and you're comfortable with that, then I recommend trying the two together so you see what maximum braking really is on this motorcycle. And I'll tell you what, it is astonishing. It's a fantastic advancement in motorcycle technology. One last thing, well, on the brakes, let me point out one last thing. Very confident and competent 4-piston brake up front, 2-piston brake on the rear. Great braking system on a Harley-Davidson. This motorcycle comes in at 701 pounds wet weight. Wet weight means the tanks are all full, the fluids are up, you're ready to ride it. The funny part is, though, with this low slung seat, the low center of gravity, this bike feels like half the weight when you ride it, which makes it a tremendous amount of fun. The bike starts at $15,999, and then once you add things like the ABS, it's going to go up a little bit, but what a fantastic motorcycle, both to ride and to look at. Have a great day.